Welcome back, VA user. In today's video, we are going to see how to set up the alerts into the VA system. So alerts are one of the utility by which on a certain event, you would be able to fire an email to the respective users. So we do have the alert utility available into the VA system. How to set up the alerts into the VA system? We are going to learn all those steps in today's videos. So this video is going to be helpful for you. There are many cases when you need to fire an email based on a certain condition that gets fulfilled. Let's suppose there is a sales order that is of very huge value. Now you wanted that the email has to send if such a kind of sales order received or entered into the VA system. So there should be a certain alert that has to be fired to your CEO, COO, so all the higher designated persons. So you would be able to do so by setting up such a kind of alerts. So let's log in into the system and we'll set up an alert. I'm at my login screen, that is ID Sync Admin, and I'm going to log in with ID Sync Admin, and then we are going to set up an alert. Okay, so you just need to log in here, search the window called alert, and here is the window. At this particular window, you just need to say a name. So I would say sales order greater than 100, and thereafter you need to enter certain description of the comment if required. Otherwise, select the alert handler. So there is already a defined alert processor is there, so I'm going to select that. In this case, I'm not going to select tenant security and the role security, as there is some other concept. Without validating these securities, I would be able to send the alert. So right now I'm not selecting both of the checkbox. Give the message, give the subject here of your email. So I would give my same subject as sales order is greater than $100, and thereafter I just want to write down an email message. So I would say, dear sir slash madam, there is an order that is more than $100. Best regards. And you would be able to write down your name, or if you want to write down the company name, then you would be able to write down the company name as VA team. Okay, save this, and thereafter you just need to move on to the alert rules, and into the alert rules you would be able to see there are many sections in which there is a pre-processing, there is select, there is a table or view to select, there is a SQL from, SQL where, the other SQL clauses, the post processing. Now let's go through one by one and then understand what basically these fields used to do. So first we just need to enter the name, that is sales order greater than $100. Thereafter there is a pre-processing. If you want to say, I just want to enter something, certain event want to be executed before sending the alert, then you would be able to write down your query at the level of the pre-processing. If it is not, then it would be better to write down your select statement. So when I just need to write down my select statement, so I need not to write the select, since the select would be added at the runtime. So I would say, not the pre-processing, it is going to be this grand total or if you want to give the document number, then I will say document number. So all these are basically the database field name, so you must have to write it accordingly. Okay, so that is, let's say, date ACCD is the account. Thereafter I would say it is going to be the grand total, or I would say subtotal, grand total. Okay, and it is from a certain order. Okay, so if it is from a certain order, then you just need to select the order. So it is going to be C underscore order. Now either you can select this or you would be enter it here. Okay, let's suppose you have multiple tables involved, then I would prefer to write it down here. If there is a single table involved, then you would be able to select, but in that case you just need to set up SQL from as non-mandatory from the application dictionary. So it is always recommended. Since it is a mandatory field, so I'm going to enter here my table name SQL where. Now at the level of the C order table, there are multiple windows available into the VA system, like sales order, sales quotations, a blanket sales order, purchase order, a blanket purchase order. Then you have vendor RMA, customer RMA. So there are many windows are onto the top of the C order table. Since there are many of the windows, then I just need to set up in a way that it would consider my sales orders only and the blanket sales order. So in that case, what I would do, I would say is SOTRX is equal to Y. That is, my sales transaction should be Y. Okay. If you want to embed some other, then you would be able to write it down like and this and this. So accordingly, you would be able to enter your where clause. Now, if there would be other SQL clause, like if I want to order by, based on to the document number, I would be able to say order by here into the other SQL clause. And if you want that at the end, at the end or after sending the alert, you want that the system will do certain other events, then you need to write down certain post processing. Now it is a simple query. If I will talk about in terms of database, it is select document number, date account, subtotal, grand total from C underscore order where is SOTRX is equal to Y. But there is not a condition involved at which time this alert has to be executed. So I'm going to enter my condition which says and my grand total is greater than 100. Okay, so when I would say this, then the system will fire this alert when the grand total is greater than 100 and your is SOTRX column is equal to marked as Y. It means it will not consider your purchase order, it will not consider your blanket purchase order, customer RMA, customer return, sales quotations, and so on. So system is not going to select all these. Instead, it will it will refer the blanket sales order and the sales order. So here one of the important thing is you just need to write down your SQL where in a way so that the user so that the alert will be triggered. So the triggering point here is basically the grand total is greater than 100. So that's all in terms of entering the alert rule. Now once this is entered, there would be some other alert rule conditions that you would be able to apply. If you want to apply certain other alert rules, then you would be able to enter your SQL query and then you will say whether your return value type is going to be numeric or string and it is going to be the operator. So these are basically something advanced version of it. I'm not going to cover this. And thereafter the last one is who is going to be the alert recipient. So I just need to select either my roles or the users, or I probably would use both of them I can select, but it is recommended that you would select either the users or the roles. So what I will do, I will select the user that IDS Inc admin is going to receive this alert, or apart from that, if I wanted that whatever the users comes under this role would see this particular alert. So that is how you would be able to configure the alert. Now the question is how this alert would be executed. To execute the alerts, so there would be the alert handler. So it should be configured. So right now I have selected a certain alert processor here. Instead, I just want to generate my alert processor here. I would say, okay, so I would say I need to execute my alert processor, and every day it would execute and it will see and send the details to all the users that are the recipients at the level of the alert. So in that case, what I will say, alert processor. What is going to be my schedule? It is going to be 1 day. So I would select here, and who is going to be supervisor is going to be, let's say, the ID sync admin, and the days, how many days I just want to keep the log, I would be able to select here. So this is how I would be able to select my alert handler. Okay. The important part, if you want to configure the alert handler, so you need to configure the schedule as well. Now the schedule is basically the time when it is going to execute. So if you can see here, I have given here the name as 1 day. My frequency is going schedule type is going to be frequency. It can be a month day, it can be a weekday. Okay, if it is a month day, then you just need to define on which day of the month it will execute. If it is a weekday, then you need to define on which particular day. And if it is a frequency, then you need to define the frequency type, either it would execute in a day, hour, or minute. So accordingly, you just need to set up your schedule here. So once the schedule is there, then you would be able to define your account handler. Once the account handler is available, then you would be able to define your alerts. So my alert is going to be the alert processor. Now every setup is all done within the system. Now how can I initiate, or how would I run this alert? So if you want to run this alert, then you just need to log out here. You need to log into the super user, and at the level of the super user, you can find out vServer. So here is the vServer. Run. Select the schedule type as linked with same IP and unlinked schedule. Linked with same IP requires certain setup at the background. So I won't be able to give you that particular detail. Instead, you just need to run the vServer, where you just need to select the alert services and say run. Start the services. Once the alert services are executed, thereafter the system checks the schedules, and accordingly system will run your alert processor. So first the system will validate whether there is any alert handler is available. If it is available, then it will check whether there is any alert to execute, and thereafter, based on to the combination of the schedule and the alert handler, the system will check at which time it has to be executed. So system will move on, and then the alert server would, or the alert service would fire the emails to the respective users. Again, as a prerequisite, your user should be there, their email address should be defined, your at the level of the tenant, the setup of your email would be there. So if all these stuff are already there, then the system will fire the emails. In case if you figure out any kind of problem, do let us know, and then I would try to give you the further details about the alerts. That's all in this video. If you like our content, then I would request you to subscribe our channel and share this knowledge to your colleagues. Till then, thanks a lot. Bye bye.